Guys, Aaron Teal here with Into Marine, and welcome to the Advantage Series. We're a multi-line dealer crazy about fishing. We carry Vexus, Phoenix, Caymus, and Triton boats. And we're going to take a real close look at these boats today. Let's get started. Welcome back to the Advantage Series here at Into Marine. Today is an exciting one. I'm standing in front of a muskie slam, walleye snatching, the spawn of Earl Bent's. This is the DV22 from Caymas Boats, new for this season. For those of you who aren't familiar with Earl Bent's, he's one of the leading hull designers of our generation, and with this Caymas product, it's the pinnacle, combining his years of experience into his best multi-species platform yet. So we're gonna start with the meat and potatoes, and we're gonna talk about the hull and a heck of a lot more. Let's check it out. All right, so we were fortunate to spend a little bit of time in the DV22 hull. Probably the first thing to note about it, this is 400 horse rated, and this is going to deliver industry-leading top-end speeds. So this is going to be a 69 to 72 mile an hour boat. This boat has a perfect balance point, so the consoles aren't too far forward, but everything's optimized for optimal bow control in rough water and a soft, stable ride. A few attributes to that are, so Earl Bent's is always known for really good dead rise on his hulls. He's incorporated that into this DV22 with a really nice dead rise up front, a good chisel. We've got a keel guard on this boat, and then he's also incorporated 2 reverse chines into this to help knock that spray down where it belongs. And Earl's always been known for a soft ride. That's what you're gonna get in a DV22. Whether you fish Devil's Lake, the Great Lakes, Leech Lake, Lake of the Woods, wind kicks up real fast. This boat is gonna get you home safe. It's gonna get you out to those fish safe, and it's an absolute wave crushing hull. Coming towards the back, one thing to note with Earl is they're building saltwater boats at Caymus. So one of the cool aspects about this multi-species platform is he's incorporating both saltwater attributes and freshwater multi-species attributes into this hull. So one thing in particular is you're gonna see a wider pad on the bottom of this boat than we are used to seeing. Now what does that do? That offers stability. You know, when you're crossing waves, maybe quartering them, or you know, you got that little chop, it's gonna offer that stability. And then all the stuff we carry in our boats, if you got 2-pound musky baits or a pile of, you know, Lindy rig weights, you know, we carry a lot of stuff in these boats. So it's designed to carry that weight a lot better. So this boat in particular is not gonna be as load sensitive as some other boats due to that wider running pad. And Earl Bent's dead rise does not die towards the back of the boat. So you'll see with a lot of walleye boats, they really flatten out towards the back. And that creates, if you take a wave back there, is slap, slap, slap. Well, you got that dead rise coming all the way to the back. So no matter where you come off that wave, the boat's designed to land extremely soft and be comfortable, easy to drive. So we got more to see. Let's take a peek. So some other things that Caymus offers from the factory that really accents the ride, the overall performance of the boat. Standard, it comes with a manual jack plate, but you can also upgrade to a Bob's hydraulic jack plate. So, you know, you can really optimize that engine level for top end speed, but if you get in the rough stuff, you can jack that jack plate all the way down, get more water pressure, get more bite with the prop, and better bow control overall. Couple that with trim tabs. So they offer a manual trim tab option, and what we've got here is the Zip Wake auto trim tab option. This accents that ride even further. So what this is gonna provide is, you know, when you're going right into the waves, it's gonna prevent that bow from jumping up on you and skipping into the next wave, so really keeps that boat tracking straight. And where it really comes in handy is if you're quartering waves. So it'll actually keep that boat more stable. Instead of quartering up and down that wave, it'll actually level that boat out for you. So trim tabs, we're seeing these on a lot of boats. It's really nice they offer both of those options from the factory. So coming up here, And one other thing to note, these hulls, they really beef these boats up. So a lot of companies, they'll use the same hull thickness for their bass boats and multi-species boats. I do want to mention that these guys really beef up this bottom to take rough water for a lifetime of use. So awesome stuff there. And we fish a lot, we use our boats a lot. Caymus definitely kept you in mind on this. So whether you're launching the boat or landing that boat, they make it very easy to turn things on and turn things off at the end of the day with this rear access panel in the back here. So nice heavy duty aluminum latch there. And you've got a switch for your batteries with a jump feature, so that can jump your cranking battery if it were to die. Battery gauge, you can plug in your charger right here and control your drain plug. So everything you're gonna need to, get your boat in the water and get your boat out is really right here at your fingertips. But there's so many cool things to talk about in this boat. Are you guys ready to hop inside? Yes, we are. Stepping up into the DV22, first thing to note, this thing is huge and versatile. So the layout on this boat, what we're showing here is your kind of typical horseshoe here, and they've got storage pods here. But they offer 3 different layout options on this hull. So this would be the optimized storage. They also, you could order this without these storage pods here and just have this rear portion for storage. So that would really optimize the cockpit if you were a trolling phenom and you troll Lindy rigs, cranks, bottom bouncers, spinners, and that's what you do. Well, you can have that room, extra room back here, so you can troll 6 guys no problem. And then they also offer a jump seat option. So if 4 seats isn't enough for you, you can add jump seats to the back. And if you were to get the jump seat option or this kind of trolling option, you could add a storage pod after the fact, or you could order it with a storage pod on one side, jump seat on the other. So it's a very customizable, versatile layout designed to really, you can do it how you like to fish. If you have a ton of number 7 Shad Raps, as you're looking here, it's gonna fit all of them, no problem. But if you're a guy who doesn't, maybe carry as much tackle, you can optimize this floor space. So big part, we haven't seen this in the multi-species segment, and really order this boat the way you want it. So coming up here, very spacious. So if you get these pods, there's going to be about 5 inches more room than our competitors in terms of space between these pods. So that's awesome. And well, let's get into the next thing. So a lot of room for activities in the DV22 here. One thing I wanted to note before we step up front is the legroom for these back 2 passenger seats. You have full swivel ability and you're not banging your knees up. So they've really optimized this space. You can do lots of activities in this cockpit. Let's go up to the front deck. So this front deck is huge. If you like to musky fish, or if you like to walleye fish, walleye fishing's gone a lot more to casting or pitching jigs, and this front deck has been a lot more important real estate these years with that. So whether you're throwing 2-pound bulldogs off the front, chucking jigging wraps or ripping wraps upwind with your buddy, you've got room for 2 guys to fish up here, no problem. And Caymus, they also offer a fully padded front deck option. So if you got 2 guys standing up here, typically just the guy up front gets the padded deck. Well, if you got 2 guys standing up here, the whole deck's padded, so your buddy's back's gonna thank you too with that. So that's an added option from Caymus. So whether you're a musky fisherman, walleye fisherman, or heck, you could even bass fish off of this. This front deck is huge. So they've really optimized both the cockpit and the front deck space on this boat. You're able to strap rods down no problem. We've got a little cubby spot for that, so your tips aren't banging into the windshield. And a recessed foot pedal if you're going with more of a cable-driven trolling motor, or else they offer a cover for that, if you didn't want to use that. So up front, they can flush mount up to a 12-inch screen. You've got heavy-duty stuff around here. They do offer a dual unit option as well. But the next thing we're going to look at something you're gonna wanna see. We're lucky to have really nice windshields in the showroom, and the DV22, it's nice. Let's check it out. If it's a new walleye boat, it better have a nice windshield. Caymus, they didn't skimp out on this, so first thing you're gonna notice, a boat's designed to take rough water, the windshield needs to be designed to take rough water. Well, you can do pull-ups off this. It's very sturdy. And innovation alert, because they've incorporated kind of a two-part brace system for the windshield by adding a grab handle here. So not only does that brace that windshield down with heavy-duty billet aluminum, but when you get up to go fishing, you got a nice grab handle to hold on to. If you drive a little fast, your wife's gonna thank you for that grab handle right here. And just a very sturdy windshield design. This is mated with both the console and the boat, and it's designed to not have sag or failure over time like we see with your granddaddy's windshield anyway. So awesome to see here with the windshield, and we're just getting started. Let's check out the dash. If we're talking dashes on a multi-species boat, Caymus nailed it with this one. So first thing I notice here is this is all fiberglass dash. There's nothing cheap. You can knock around this dash and you can really tell that it's designed to take rough water and minimize vibration here at the steering wheel. One thing I'm noticing is very good sight lines. My eyes are right below this windshield line. I don't have any blind spots here, and I can see where I'm going. However, the graphs are not mounted too low, which we have seen in the past, and it's almost like they're in the perfect spot here. So you can flush mount up to a 12-inch unit here right at the dash, and then they put this really nice glass kind of shelf here that you could bolt or gimbal mount kind of a second unit right next to that. So you're not looking down for that second graph, you got it right here next to you. And then if you were ever to upgrade that unit, those holes are right in one spot. So you're not dealing with holes around the boat that need to be filled and don't look the best. So awesome there. So if you want to add a graph, you can do that right here without needing to buy a $300 mount for it. That fiberglass will do just fine. Beefy steering wheel here. So on this boat, they do offer a Viper 1 touch system. So they don't bypass your regular switches. You're still gonna get your regular switches, but with this Viper 1, they do offer a digital full control feature for your boat. So you can fill your live wells here, control your lights, anything you can do down here is right on this screen here as an added option. So legroom is very good. You know, I can hold a rod right here. It's not beating into the windshield. Good sight lines. This windshield's beautiful black powder coat. And they also have a storage hatch, you know, right under here. So that's got a little hook. You can put a trash bag in there. If you need to keep your secret number 7 Shad Raps so your buddy don't steal them, you can at least keep your foot on the door. And good control of your zip wake trim tabs right here. So everything you can get to. I got my jack plate gauge here, and awesome console dash design. Straight from the factory, Caymus is offering Wave Pro pedestals as an added option. So whether you have a bad back or want to prevent a bad back, this is a great riding boat. But if you were to take a wave, you know, sideways or wrong, this is truly an air shock that's not going to bottom out on you like some other suspension seats, and it's one of the top-notch suspension pedestals out there, coming right from the factory at Caymus. Another thing to note, you see carpet in this cockpit? Because I don't. It's because it's not there. So they're offering an awesome EVA flooring option that's going to dry quicker, easier to keep clean. You don't need to grab the shop vac. You can just kind of hose it down when you're done for the day. And then at the passenger seat here, they do offer an option for a Fraybill plumbed bait well cooler here that fits right in there and locks in. So if you're a live bait fisherman, that's definitely something you want to add to the boat, tucked under nice and neat. And your wife's got a nice spot for her keys. It's a fiberglass glove box here. Plenty of room for those quick access items you need. Big cup holders will fit a 32-ounce Gatorade, Yeti, whatever you like to keep cold right here. And just overall awesome stuff here from Caymus. But let's take a look at the storage. Get your trolling rods, get your 9-foot bulldog chucker, get your 10-foot cowgirl slinging rod, because this has the biggest rod locker we've seen on a multi-species boats. Up to 10-foot rods are gonna fit in this locker. Check this out. So you notice they have kind of a step built into that. So it's designed to take 10-foot rods on this lower portion, and it'll fit 9-foot rods on this upper portion. So your rods are gonna fit in this boat, no problem. Another thing to note, heavy duty gas pistons on this center locker. Very beefy seals here, and it's a very unique rod locker design. Underneath here, you're gonna find your trolling motor batteries, spot for those. Real sweet rod tree here, so you can keep your stuff organized. And this isn't even the only spot you can put rods. So let's take a peek up here at that port one. And this thing is massive, so you can fit probably 30 rods in here, and this will also fit very large rods or tackle or whatever you like to keep in the boat. Couple that with a large storage box over here for life jackets, tackle, whatever you like to keep. And massive cooler up here. This is fiberglass insulated, designed to keep your ice all day long. It'll fit a 20-pack of soda in there, no problem, or whatever you like to keep cold. And so these lids, they're made out of aluminum, and they put bracing on them, so beautiful paint on the bottom of these, very clean looking. And then what they're doing is they're building all these storage boxes in-house, which ultimately costs more, but there's some advantages to that. A, the cleanliness. You don't have a number 7 shad wrap hanging your 7-foot medium spinning pole on the side of that locker. B, it's not going to take moisture or hold moisture like a carpeted locker would, so it's not going to mold or mildew over time. And as far as like wiping it down, you can wipe it down instead of having to kind of shop back it. And awesome stuff here. You can also add an air circulation system, so that's actually a fan system that'll blow air through here and keep your stuff from, if there's like condensation in the boat, it'll keep that moisture away from your stuff and keep your stuff dry. So another thing to note with these boxes, they're putting very deep channels in between these, so that's nice to see. That's ultimately what keeps that water out, combined with beefy rubber seals here. And they've incorporated striker plates into this boat as well, so you don't need to worry about dropping that latch and dinging your gel coat. And then it's also going to keep that latch watertight for years to come. So as you grab things out of this over the years, that latch isn't going to be digging into that gel coat underneath this. So just quality stuff here with these storage boxes from Caymus. And there's no shortage of storage, so if you're worried about storage, worry no longer. All right, coming into storage on the back here, first thing you'll notice in the floor is they've got a very convenient location for your cranking battery and your house battery. We've got a kicker on this boat, kicker controls, so we're running a 5 battery system, so you're able to have access to both of those along with your charger right in here. And then these storage pods here, as we mentioned about the versatility of the layout, if you do go with these storage pods, they are the largest offered in a multi-species boat. So these are huge boxes, they're made of fiberglass, gonna last a long time. And I don't think I touched on the latches themselves. These are stainless steel latches, so they're not plastic. That's gonna, wear and tear over time. And these are lockable, so if you need to lock your stuff up if you're camping or something, that's no problem. And then they do offer a rear deck insert on this, so they've got a little lip here, so if you did want to extend this deck out for a larger rear platform, they do offer that. Behind that rear storage pod, you're going to see another box here, so you can either have this look like this, without this, or with this, and then, or you could have a jump seat here instead. But if you go with this option, they got these really nice drop-in trays here, so you can actually get to things underneath, fuses, things like that. And awesome stuff there, good lid pistons. And let's check out the live well. I know you guys are using that. So the live well here, it's a big live well. It's gonna fit a limit of walleyes, limit of crappies. It'll fit on northern pike, no problem. They've got a little bait spot, so if you like to keep gulp alive or cut bait, you can put that in there, not worry about it sliming up things. And really good pump system here. So this is built out of fiberglass. They've got oxygenators in it to help keep your fish oxygenated. They've got 3 pumps, so pumping water in, plenty of pumps to do that. Recirculation, plenty of pumps to do that. And a very reliable manual plug in the bottom. So as far as like, you can pump water out of here with the pump out pump, and then there's also a manual pump. So nothing to clog up and create a tension with a remote plug. Very reliable live well design here.
I almost forgot. Got a hidden ruler for your first 30-inch walleye? No problem.
Another advantage of the DV22 from Caymus, it's customizable. So specifically here, rod holders. So rails, they offer 2 different size rails right from the factory, short and long. And they're offering Burt's track systems as well, right from the factory, short and long. So depending how you want to orientate your rods and rod holders on the boat, Caymus gives you 4 awesome options right from the factory. And they'll also offer front rails as well. So you want tracks, they can do it. You want rails, they can do it. While we're on that customization piece, what we're looking at here is a standard color from Caymus. They offer a bunch of them. But for an upcharge, you can also customize this boat right down to the pinstripes. So you make it one of a kind, your own, just the way you want it. It's gotta be your boat. And then at the back here, they give you power of choice. So this boat is designed to take 400 Verado, but if you don't wanna go that fast or whatever, it'll perform also very good with a 300. So whether it's a 300, 350, or 400, you can do it on the back of this boat. They offer kicker options in 9.9 and 15 horse, so you can get that in remote or tiller. So depending how you like to fish, troll, what have you, they're able to do that for you right from the factory. So awesome customizable options here from Caymus, and let's get into the trailer. So with the DV22, you can choose your own trolling motor, your own depth finder, and for trailers, they're going with benchmark trailers, so they offer an awesome step as an added option, so it makes getting in and out of the boat a breeze. Got big klutzy feet, so I'm very thankful to see something like this on a boat. Breakaway tongue, in case you got a little shorter garage, no big deal. Heavy duty winch and jack on the trailer here. Easy up and down, easy winch up, safety chain. Heavy duty rigid paint on the trailer, so rocks aren't going to chip into that. And C-channel, so up here in Minnesota we got a little bit of salt, and we typically like to use our boats in the cold. You musky guys that like to troll them sucker minnows, you walleye guys that get on that late season blade bait bite, maybe take that trailer through the salt. So that C-channel trailer is not going to hold water and moisture and create rust over time. And the fenders, they offer 3 different fender options. So standard would be a stainless painted fender matching kind of the rest of the boat with diamond step plates, but they also offer a stainless steel fender option, and pictured here would be a fiberglass fender option. So 3 different options there. And then for rims, they offer 14-inch rims as a standard, or if you like something like these, we can throw some D's on it. So it wouldn't be an Advantage series without some measurements. So we're gonna measure the cockpit. We're gonna start in the cockpit today, specifically with the width of the cockpit. So we're gonna get 2 measurements on this width here. So if you were to order it with jump seats or without these rear storage pods, the width exactly from here to here is gonna be 84.5 inches, so very spacious back deck here. So I'm 6'2", just to put that into perspective for you guys.
Yeah, Yao Ming could sleep on this deck. Shaquille O'Neal can definitely lay the wide way here.
So very wide there. And then now we'll measure between these pods here. And I think these are about 5 inches. I think we're gaining 5 inches over their competitors on this. So I've got 53 inches between here and here. So very spacious cockpit. And then the length on this, we'll get 2 measurements on that. We'll get, or 1, let's just do 1. We'll do from right here, try 2. Right here to where that 10-foot muskie pole ends. 80 inches from there to there. If we extend that up to kind of where your feet go, you got 94 inches. So massive spacious cockpit here. And then we'll hop in the storage boxes back here before we measure the front deck. But these seats, I do want to note, they do slide, swivel, tilt. Starting this storage pocket here. So I've got 14 inches on that one. That one's gonna be about the same. We'll measure the layout of the deck first here, starting at the bow with the width at the back of this pedal. Like we said, this is a very wide front deck, very stable platform here. So I've got 57 inches from here to here. We'll get a length measurement here to the glass. All the way to the front of that pedal. So I've got 81.5 inches to the beginning of that console. If I was to go to the back of that rod locker, so where your 9-foot rods end, 97 inches to there. And then let's take a peek in these fiberglass storage boxes, get a measurement on these. So on this side one, it looks to be about even there, so we'll just get it kind of midship. I've got 13 inches deep on this, and this will fit a very large rod here. We'll check the Budweiser diesel compartment. I got 10.5 inches, so I'll stack 12 ounces, no problem. And this center box, center locker here. So your 10-footers have about 7 inches of clearance there. And that overall box is going to be about 13.5 inches tall from a depth standpoint. So plenty of space for all your stuff. We've measured this boat inside and out. We've seen it. Jury's out. DV22. You saw it here first. This is the Advantage series on the DV22. We've got a wave crushing hull, industry leading performance, Earl Bent's design, versatile layout, sturdy windshield. This thing is ready to go fishing. And I encourage you to give us a call on these boats. This is an exciting new offering from Caymus. Thanks for checking out the Advantage series. I'm Aaron Teal, and we'll see you at the lake.
I'm Earl Bentz, and I approve this message.
All you walleye and muskie nuts, it's time to subscribe to the Into Marine YouTube channel right now. And if you don't hit subscribe, you better call 320-685-3410 and give us a good explanation.